Ready for the mosh pit, shaka bra.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to StrangeCast, Player One Versus Life is Strange fan podcast. This is episode 105, Side B. I'm one of your co-hosts, Adnan and Riaz. My co-host, Adam Evalt, is here. Adam Evalt, you're here.
I'm here. My hat is kind of green. My shirt is kind of green. My tattoo is kind of green. And we're all green here, baby.
You are green. That's the main
Green.
thing. We always enjoy green.
Green.
Yes, we're back for Side B. So obviously, we've just done Side A. This is the second part of the podcast. We've got a lot of new topics to cover. It'll probably be a lot more light-spirited compared to the other part because there was a lot of layoff news. But if you are new here, let's start with it as well. If you are new here, please do consider dropping subscribe on the channel, turn notifications, like this video. If you do not like this video, Adam's going to go green and like disappear. It's going to become a chameleon. That's what's going to happen. So like the video, share your friends,
Yes.
subscribe.
None of you want me to disappear. You all love me. You all love my gams.
Exactly. You will not see gams in this episode if you do not like, so make sure you like the video so you can help support the channel. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services, so we're available on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts, we're available on all of it. Obviously, with Spotify, we have 321 followers, we have 50 ratings, so please do rate us as well. You boost our visibility, and go and follow us there because you get instant access to the episodes as soon as they become available. And we're available on Patreon as well, so if you do want to support the channel, we are on Patreon. There are exclusive tiers on there, little benefits and caveats, and all. Obviously, you do help to support us run this channel with other little bits. So please do support us. And obviously, we do a Patreon episode each month. So, you can submit topics to it, whichever topics you would like to be talked about there, including Adam's Gams, which can be a topic if you'd like to talk about them. So there you go. So, Adam, start off with, should we go into our first piece of news? Because it's very small and it's quite an interesting one.
I got something else that's small, but let's go into this one.
Oh, yes, there we go. See, there's a good setup for that. So
Yeah.
let's go into our first piece, Adam. As you can see here, we just posted about this on the 5th July. Yeah, we're recording the 5th July. So as you can see there as well, Rolling Stones picked Don't Know Montreal's Lost Records Bloomer Age as one of the best titles of 2025. So it has appeared in Rolling Stones. I'm going to pull up the piece as well for you guys as well. I'm going to
We
spoil it
love
so you can
Rolling
see it.
Stone here in this podcast. Well, now
Yes,
we do.
just like a Rolling Stone. Yeah, we
Yes.
do love them now. So as you can see there, they put it on their piece as well for the best games of 2025 so far. And it says there as well, from developers Don't Nod, famous for the supernatural coming of age, Life is Strange story, Life is Strange. Lost Records snatches a very particular kind of 90s nostalgia that fans of Yellow Jackets will adore. The two-part episode adventure follows the dual timeline story of 4 teenage girls who form a deep bond in the summer of 1995, only to mysteriously part ways until they reunite 27 years later. Players take on the role of Swan, who in her early years is an aspiring filmmaker who uses her camcorder to catalog her summer and her friends Nora, Autumn, and Kat. Using the camcorder to record sequences and specific dialogues and choices, players chart the path of the girls' narrative with a core mystery revolving around what really happened in the woods of Velvet Cove that broke everyone up. In many ways, Lost Records feels like the true spiritual successor to Life is Strange, hitting the emotional highs and spindly storytelling that game sequels never quite could. Now, that's a big statement at the end. So obviously, as you can see, Light is on a big piece here from Rolling Stones. A lot of games that were appearing on there: Mario Kart World, Dune Awakening, SCV Firebreak, Rematch, of course, Death Stranding 2 on the beach has to be on there. So big list as well, and it was published on Rolling Stones as well by Christopher Cruz and
Claire Obscure.
Clare Obscure. Big
Yes.
list of games. This is early into 2025 as well, so you got quite a lot of fingers. So Adam, big little nod there for Don't Nod after obviously the layoff news that happened, but they have made it to a big piece of recognition that being in the Rolling Stone magazine. And some interesting points. I did agree with the end part. This does feel like the most Life is Strange game since Life is Strange 1 that's come about. And really captured the essence of the game.
Yeah. Good for them. Like, they're getting some good publishing on Rolling Stone. It's a great game. Like, it's a good game. Like, it's something that we needed in this industry. Something a little shake up, a little bit of a narrative story action here. But publishers, they're just like, no. We need a Call of Duty. Which, by the way, I don't know if you heard this one. Did you hear that EA for their next Battlefield game? They want. Do you know what? Do you want to know how many players they want for this next Battlefield game?
Oh God.
They want 100 million concurrent players.
Have they
100.
ever had 100 million concurrent players?
The last Battlefield that's come out, they've had a peak of 22 million, and now they want 100 million for this next one. I'm like, are you insane? So yeah, um, good for Bloom and Rage. We love Bloom and Rage here on this podcast since it's what we do. But yeah, no, and I have my vinyl. It's downstairs. I have my vinyl. I have my Bloom and Rage vinyl. Sounds amazing. So yeah, no, good stuff. Good for them.
No, I agree as well. And that EA thing is just so stupid. What the hell are they doing? They want to try
100
and make it
million.
well, they want a Fortnite imitator, and they also want a microtransaction lace the game, and it's just not going to happen. So I'm glad that they're not going to get 100 million people on there. I'm glad that this has got some recognition. Don't not Lost Records. I hope more places pick it up. I'm sure it'll appear in lists. It is in a very competitive year, like Claire Obscure, and then also Death Stranding and other games as well. I think it's just in a very difficult year of games to compete with. So it's like, even for like award recognitions as well. I hope Olivia Lepore goes to the Game Awards. I hope one of the actors at least, or even Andrea Carr or someone, Natalie LeConte can go to the Game Awards
Yes.
with a nomination, or even the Don't Nod team as well. That'd be amazing to see them on there and to go for a nomination. But it's just a very difficult year for developers to kind of like fight for accolades. And also as well, all of you need to be worried about when Johnny Galvatron drops mixtape as well, because he's going to be taking all the awards and attention. This podcast is going to change as well. Lost Records Journal will be the mixtape journal. You're all going to be coming to it being like, what's happened here? It's like, yeah, Johnny Galvatron's face is on that logo. And it's like, yeah, he's taken over. So you guys need to be watching out.
The
But
Mixed Records podcast.
the mixed record. Jesus God. No, it's cool to see it. It's a nice honor. I think a lot of those quotes made sense as well, and including the fact that this does feel like the first true Life is Strange spiritual
Yeah.
successor proper game. And obviously, for most people, that's not a surprise because of who's making it. But I think it does at least show a bit of recognition from that, and maybe that does put more eyes on the product, at least in people who are looking at it and reading and stuff. But I'm very happy with it. It's just a shame it comes in the wake of layoffs and other things that have happened with this. And I think this game was not marketed as well as it could have been, but then also the climate has changed so much and the fan base has changed. And yeah, there's like a lot of factors that made this game hold itself back. It didn't have to be a massive success, but I think a lot of things played into effect with this game, which impacted it. But it is nice to see some honors from it, though.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Good for them. Good for this little bit of a press. But yeah, hopefully,
Indeed,
hopefully it leads to bigger things.
absolutely. And speaking of press, we went to our next piece as well, because
Huh?
it's always a nice piece as well. So we're going to none other than, say it with us, kids, Ashly Burch.
Ah, Birch,
Yay!
yay, birch tree.
So, so Adam, Ashly Burch has spoken to GLAAD in an interview. She's been talking about obviously her new online show. I'm happy you're here. We've been covering it, mental health, among many other things. There's nothing Life is Strange related, but I didn't want to bring this up because it changes the tone a little bit. And she's talking about things in general. I just want to bring this one up as well because it says here, you recently launched your mental health series. I'm happy you're here, May, during Mental Health Awareness Month. Where did the idea come from? And she's put, we have this perception that adults shouldn't need help or should have figured everything out by now. But that's just not true. So many people I know are getting bipolar disorder or ADHD diagnoses in their 30s and 40s, or
Mm,
even if they're not struggling with mental health condition, they're getting divorced or they're
mm,
experiencing grief and they don't know what to do with the feelings they are having. As we age, our lives get more complicated, not less, which means we need even more help. So that's really the purpose of the show, to validate the experiences of those who struggle, to provide help, to remind people that they are not alone, and also to help educate the loved ones of the folks who are going through a difficult time. I would love for someone struggling with anxiety to be able to find to be able to send the show to a loved one and say, this is quote unquote, this is how my brain works, end quote. That is what I'm going through. Sorry, not quote
mm.
unquote, that's end quote unquote. But as you can see, Adam, there as well, Ashly Burch speaking nothing but facts, pure facts, because we love
Yes.
Ashly Burch.
Yes, as someone who was, well, let's just put it this way, re-diagnosed with ADHD in his 30s. Yeah, no, good. Like again, a lot of people are getting diagnosed in their age, so in their late ages. Um, no, yeah, this is a good thing. And it's good that she's publicly funding it so that it can be, you know, not trampled upon by other publishers, but Yeah, no, she's doing good here. Good for the community, and we stan Ashly Burch.
We do stand Ashly Burch. She's great. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. She's like one of the most wholesome human beings. Protect Ashly Burch at all costs. I'd have her on
Yes.
the I'd have her on the rocket to Mars to save the entire population with like Gillian Anderson and other people. If we had to like send someone out in space, she'd be on that with front row seat.
Yes.
She's great. It's just
And
nice to
Johnny
see that as well.
Galvatron.
Like, and Johnny Calvatron's flying the rocket at him. What are you on about? He doesn't need a seat. He's flying it. That's what he is.
Yeah,
He's gonna have
that
his
makes
music
sense. It
playing
was
in there.
just like all aboard, bros, and then just like rocket off this earth.
What's that band that he likes that he's talking about? Mixtape, the one that you told me about.
Oh, you're talking about
Um,
Susie and the Banshees?
yeah, he's gonna be playing
Yeah.
that in the rocket. That's what's gonna be happening. You're gonna be playing that. That's what's gonna be happening. So, no, it's glad that she's saying that because like that's the truth as well. Like in the 30s and 40s, the amount of people that go through like hardships and struggles and whatnot, it's big, and especially with social media, it's probably the one positive it's doing where it's making people more aware of diagnosis with bipolar and also ADHD and autism and everything else. And it's not as trendy and gimmicky as people keep saying because like when people keep saying there's a lot of people out getting having autism diagnosis and ADHD, I wonder why, because you chronically underfunded it and you didn't
Yes.
validate people's experiences when they were younger. So when that young little child came to you and said, mummy, do I have autism? And she's like, no, you don't have autism. And your dad's like, no, you don't have it, whilst he's collecting all his cars and has a massive special interest in trains or something else. Well, I wonder why that person is not being diagnosed with some kind of condition. So yeah, she's real with everything she said there. A lot of people are going through a lot of hard times as well, and especially in this climate with layoffs and the state of the world and the economy and everything else of it, it even makes it even more vicious of a circle. So Ashly Burch is a real one, and Adam, she's even more of a real one because she also talks about Trump in the next part as well. If you
Oh,
scroll down very briefly,
yay.
because if you see there as well, it says, "I'm happy you're here." Premiered not long before the current presidential administration cut specialized suicide prevention services for LGBTQ
True.
youth. When this news was announced, how did your perspective on your new series change? She's put, "It's, excuse my language, fucking heartbreaking that the series only becomes more relevant. The more damage that is done to our support systems and institutions. The news just galvanized me. We're currently trying to secure funding to be able to make more of the show, and news like that just makes me even more determined to find a way forward to create more episodes."
Yes.
That's
Um,
also another problem in between it in itself as well. The amount of people that go through already, because like you need this in the world where it's like you have young people like whether they're trans or whatever they are, however they see themselves, like you should have like a school counselor at every single school in every part of any country, and for people to be able to speak to people, but you don't have that. Like mental health as well, and I would argue this as well. I think mental health is even more important now than it was back in the 1990s and
mhm.
early 2000s because of the internet, social media, and the rise of constant consumerism and like what you can get access to. It's like detrimental to it. That's the one blessing I have from mother and father that I have. The fact that I didn't have to grow up now. I am
Yes.
so happy with that. I'm so happy that we grew up as millennials on the ramp where we saw things, we touched it, we experienced it, and that's it. Oh my God, the amount of kids I see with like technology now. Oh my.
Yeah, I still have to it's in my library right now, but this audiobook uh also on libro.fm, really good audiobook platform, but The Anxious Generation, how the great rewiring of childhood is causing an epidemic of mental illness. It's a study about like what Gen Z is going through with social media. No, it's crazy. Um no, and what Ashley were just saying, it's exactly why I don't really go into what I fund on my private time, but just a shout out to I do monthly subscribe to the Trevor Project, which is a charity
Mm,
out here in the States. I'm not sure if it's in the UK. I believe it is about suicide prevention with LGBTQ, trans, and just support for that community. So, shouting out to the Trevor Project. You should definitely check them out, as well as Ashly Burch's project here.
yeah. It's so horrific because like even when these services pop up, they start cutting into them and they
Yeah.
bring in administrations which cause more problem to these services which exist to help other people. And it's
Yeah.
such a yeah, it's a really horrible thing to see amid all these other things. Like these like when Ashley Burch does stuff like this, it's like shining light moments in mid things, even with GLAAD as well. And obviously, as you said, with the Trevor Project as well. Like these are just like small institutions in a big cogwheel, in like the biggest cogwheel, and it's like they're trying their best to do what they can, and it's like you see people go through all kinds of experiences, and it's like gut wrenching to see how people go through it.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's someone who's like doing counseling courses at the minute, and it's like the amount of people that have like messed up lives, my word, like
Yeah.
my word. Like I wish we could like live in a world where it's like if you got into your 20s, you basically had counseling at the free point of access. You could obviously have it younger, but I mean, like if when you get into an adult, you need to unpackage your shit in a big way, because it's like
Mm.
there's so much like lingering things that you've experienced that you've probably forgotten about, and you need supports and all this other stuff that happen with it. So um I 100% support her with what she's doing. She's doing an incredible job. Like she's not even like one of those people who's just like doing it for the sake of it. She's been championing these causes for like years and has constantly talked about it. And I'm just happy that she's like willing to, really put effort towards these kind of things and help support people. Because it's such a bleak world sometimes as well. Even I feel that sometimes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like what's happened here today and tomorrow and the next day.
Yes.
It's just like one thing after another. So we love Ashly Burch, and I think she's doing an incredible job. I'm just gonna pull something else up in here as well. So Adam, as you can see here, I think this is a really nice piece as well. Ashly Burch said here, if you could give advice to 18-year-old Ashley, what would it be? And she put, go easier on yourself. You're stronger than you think, more resilient than you think, and more capable than you think.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a very nice comment. What would Adam Evalt say to 18-year-old Adam Evalt?
18-year-old, man, don't go to college for one thing. Stop what you're doing. Don't go to college. Yeah, I would say probably don't worry about what other people are saying. Like I would definitely say so. I would say to stop worrying about what others are saying. That's why I went to college. Is because like I was just so worried that nobody would, love me until I went to college. But I'm just like, no,
Yeah.
don't go to college. Stop worrying about what other people are saying. Find Johnny Galvatron, partner with him.
Now there's that you literally would see them at the BAFTAs holding a BAFTA together. It's like
Yeah,
that. It's like boom. I mean, he's won a BAFTA with the Artful Escape, but it's like they'll be winning the Oscar together for a game. It doesn't even exist, but the category is going to be existing. That was
yeah,
very touching. That I'd be like Biff Tannen. I'd be like, here's a sports almanac. Bet.
yeah.
See you later.
You've
Like,
you've got the tism and just go back in your time machine.
exactly. There we go. I'm like, here you go. And also as well, it'll be like, here's a sports almanac, and you're also going to meet an American who's not going to be sleeping for the next 4 years in the early
No.
mornings. So enjoy tormenting him for a little bit.
God bless
And
Brit.
also, yeah, and also you'll meet this really sapphic Jewish woman as well, who you'll do podcasts with, and she'll appear sometimes, then she'll disappear, and you'll see all the drama behind her life, and it's like, now
Mhm.
that's an unexpected event. So yes, I'll be lacing that young 18-year-old version. No, it's always hard, as well. Like, when I've always thought that question as well, I've had people
Mm,
asking me as well. I genuinely think at this position as well, my position, I wouldn't say anything to myself at 18,
mm.
because I think like I wouldn't become the person that I am now if I didn't go through the hardships and experiences. As
Yeah,
horrible as it is as well, I think I'm obviously a firm believer in chaos theory, and especially with like obviously life is strange stuff. You change one thing, it changes everything. And I think you
yeah,
have to, in some cases, obviously, other people would change things because obviously you'd want a better life in that kind of sense. But for
sure.
me, the way that my life has had to live out, I think I'd have to keep it the same way. I'd probably
I would
just
at
put
least
my
say don't go to college. Like, at the very least, I would be a much richer man if I didn't go to college.
yeah. I'd also be like, you know, those stocks in those markets. Maybe you should bet on
Yes.
that.
You
Like
bet
those
on
are maybe
yeah.
those are good investments to put in that. Yeah, it's always a hard one, but I think it's interesting to see that. Like I've been following her interviews with like the stuff about I'm happy you're here, and then other
Mm,
things, and it's just nice to see it because it's like it's really hard. I think when you get into adult life, it's just so difficult. Sometimes people end
mm,
up with no friends because everyone starts adulting and they become like, oh, we have kids and we have like jobs and we have a house to run and blah blah. And it's like those people aren't equally as happy. Like they basically become adults, but then they destroy all their special interest because of it. They have like no hobbies, they have no interest,
yeah.
and you might be like left on your own. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I saw like a TikTok last night where someone was talking about it and they were saying like, it's like it's really horrible being unemployed and it's like all your friends talking about their jobs and stuff. It's like, no, 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 you're framing this in the wrong way. It's like they're talking about their jobs because they have no other interests to talk to you about. So they have to bitch and complain about it because
Yeah.
that's what they do. Rather, you have interests and hobbies, but they don't want to talk about it because that's not interesting enough for it. People like to live in drama, don't they? many other things.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
that's that. So Ashly Burch, you are a real one. I love you appearing in this podcast. Please do come on the podcast as well with Johnny Galvatron. It will make my life and Adam's life as well.
Yes.
Adam, should we go to our next piece of news? A couple of little pieces, updates as well about
Yeah.
Aphelion. So we'll go into
Aphelion.
here. Aphelion.
Yes.
So Adam, as you can see here, a bit of snooping.
Ooh.
Casting director Frederique Barkoff, who's worked on multiple Don't Nod games, like projects, a lot of the casting as well has been done there, has revealed that casting for Aphelion began back in 2022. And if
Yeah.
you remember as well, Telle Salami, cinematic director at Don't Nod, said that he'd been working on Aphelion, which was Project P10, for the past 5 years, he said. So for a bit of time frame reference there,
Yeah.
they've been doing their voiceover since 2022. And then, as you can see there as well, Frederica said in the post, "Congratulations, Don't Know, for this new adventure called Aphelion. This game looks like an amazing and emotional journey. Gosh, we started casting back in 2022. Time flies on Earth and in space. Ariane and Thomas, performed by Vanessa Dolman and Eric Gainers. I wish you guys best of luck in your space mission." So as you can scroll up here as well, Donald's been working with Metricminds GmbH in Frankfurt, Germany, as part of the motion capture collaboration for 2026 Aphelion. Metricminds has worked on motion capture projects in the past, including Don't Nod's Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, Twin
Yeah.
Mirror, and Tell Me Why. And to wrap up here as well, Adam, as you can see there's Vanessa Dolman and Eric, who play Ariane Montclair and Thomas Cross in Don't Nod's Aphelion. And a little bit of
Nice.
interesting detail for you as well, Adam, if you can see there. Eric also worked on motion capture in Banishers, Ghost New Eden.
Oh,
So there's
nice.
a little,
Oh, that's cool.
it's a little bit of
Yay.
connection point. I think he just did motion capture stuff with it. I don't think he was one of the
Okay.
main characters, but he did work on it though, which is very cool. He's worked on quite a few Don't Know games.
Yes.
And also with Vanessa as well, who's in there as well, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
So yes, a lot of details about Aphelion, which I'm very excited for. So we're getting a bit of timeline on this, and this game comes out in 2026. I'm very excited. I hope to see more of it as well. They've been a bit quiet since obviously the reveal, but I imagine Florent will appear doing little interviews and previews and whatnot, and he'll speak with it. If Florent is watching this, I'm sure he will be. Someone will be blasting it loud in the Paris studios. Maybe Talala's like just blasting it so everyone can hear. I think he should come on the podcast and talk to us because he needs to meet us. The same with Michel Coe as well. We're still waiting for that call, Michel. We're sat here. We're waiting for Johnny Galvatron, Sam Bradley.
I mean, he has an open invitation. He knows that. I think he does. Yes.
Yes, everyone has an open invitation to the podcast, barring Kevin. That's the only person that doesn't. But anyway, that's just a different point. Excited nonetheless. I'm very excited to see what the actors do in this project. It does look out there as a Don't Nod game, and I'm still
It's
quite
definitely an Adam coded game. Like, I'm very excited for this. I'm very
Adam
excited.
in space.
Yes, Adam in space with the same creators of Tell Me Why and some positions of Banishers. So yeah, no, this is my game. This is
sure.
absolutely my game. Yeah.
And even Jusant developers as well working on this as well.
Jusant.
This,
Yeah, this is very Adam coded.
I'm looking forward to being Ariane and just do my stealth sneaking things, and then Johnny Galvatron and his rocket flies past.
Yes.
And he's playing music. That's where it's going to be like, yes, the crossover of lifetime. But no, very excited. And speaking of which, Adam, we'll just bleed into our next piece because we've got another Aphelion piece of news here as well. This was a little bit cool idea as well. So Don't Know posted here on the 3rd of July, Aphelion, the point farthest from the sun, is also the name of our next adventure. In it, ESA sends astronauts Ariane and Thomas to Persephone aboard Hope 01. Explore ESA's mission page where real science meets our story and come back for updates. So as you can see here, because I'm going to share this on the screen, if you can see now, this is the page and the link. So Hope 01, Hope 01, actually a better way of putting it, the first human space flight to the edge of the solar system. So ESA astronauts Ariane Montclair and Thomas Cross, not Thomas Murch, are preparing for launch on the Hope 01 mission, the first crewed expedition to Persephone, the 9th planet at the edge of our solar system. Discovered on 12th of March 2028. I don't know why I had some flashbacks to the financial crisis. When I saw 28, I thought it was 2008 then for a minute.
Yeah.
Persephone revealed a harsh, frozen landscape, a planet shrouded in darkness and silence. But within this icy expanse, scientists identified an anomalous thermal source, thermal quote unquote source, generating enough heat to sustain liquid water and possibly life. In the
Mm.
face of escalating climate disruption and global impact on Earth, ESA made the historic decision in 2050 to lead a new era of planetary exploration. Hope 01 marks humankind's boldest step yet to assess the habitability of a distant world almost twice the size of Earth, and to secure knowledge that could shape the future of life beyond our home planet. While
Mm.
Hope 01 is a fictional mission, it was created as part of a unique collaboration between ESA and video game developer Dontnod to bring scientific imagination to life in Aphelion, a sci-fi action adventure game set for release in 2026, developed with an inspiration from real ESA missions and values. The story reflects how space exploration can spark curiosity, connect people, and help us reimagine our future. As you can see,
Yeah.
there's some details on the side there as well. Launched 8th October 2060. Launched like Europe's spaceport, Kourou, French Guiana, the Horizon shuttle. What number is that?
That's 4, buddy.
Is it 4? Thank you very much for that. I
Yes.
appreciate it. I was getting all lost everywhere. I'm like
It's
Bart
like
Simpson
Bart
in that Simpson
Simpson.
episode.
Yeah.
Why put the Roman numerals? And then Destination Planet 9 in our solar system, Persephone. Expected mission duration 9 months on site and 18 months travel each way. Oof. It's a bit of a deal breaker for me that. Determine the origins and composition of the hypothesized heat source and evaluate the planet's habitability. So that's the piece of news. Very cool. What did you
Very,
think of
very
that?
cool. I am excited. I am titillated, if you will.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is like very much science fiction, not science fantasy. They want to put science at the basis of this game. So I am very, 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 very excited. And I hate that I have to wait till 2026 to play this. I feel like you ripped this from my hands. I need some hope. Don't nod. And you just ripped this from my gritty little mitts. So I'm steady spaghetti at you for this release
Maybe,
date.
maybe you need to show your thighs to them. Maybe you should go to Paris, stand outside and show your thighs, and they just drop the game the next day on
I'll
the
be like, "Hey,
storefront.
don't nod. Come on
There we
now."
go.
Yeah. I saw some people dropping likes on this video, so they get to see some gams on this episode.
Exactly. And
Yes.
speaking of likes, you should like this video because I'm going to spill some tea here.
Oh.
Some big tea.
Oh.
I've got leaked information here
Oh.
and some information I'm going to share to you about Aphelion.
Oh.
Got it. Didn't even tell Adam about this either, and I'm going to show you as well because I got some footage here from the game. And it
Oh.
shows you the release date as well. Because here it is. Here's Thomas
Cross?
Cross in
Yes.
space. There he is.
Oh, look at that.
There's Thomas Cross
Wow.
in Aphelion
That
in the space,
Look at that. Eating a little potato chip.
eating a little potato chip.
Yeah.
So I've got the details
What a
there. So as you see some,
legendary.
oh,
That's
great
a
episode.
legendary. So yes, absolutely.
My God, man, that first 10 seasons of The Sims, I would even put up to like 12, maybe. I still think
Yeah.
there's a golden era in the first 12 seasons or so. My God, that's some of the best television ever.
Oh yeah.
Kids
100%.
nowadays don't know. Kids these days don't know about Grimy. They don't know about him. But he's coming over and it's like, you won an Emmy? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, absolutely, dude. No, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for Aphelion. I'm very excited for this one.
For sure. And Adam, I think this is a good piece of news at least as well, I think, especially for me at least. Not maybe for you and Phil. But as you can see here, on the 25th of June, Jusant is coming to PlayStation Plus monthly games. From July 1st to August 4th, enjoy Jusant as free as part of your PlayStation Plus membership. And you got the PlayStation blog post here, which was the PlayStation Plus monthly games for July, and big thank you to the players for 15 wonderful years. So as you can see, it's there, Diablo 4. Hey, we're learning.
Diablo. Yeah.
Some game in the corner, King of Fighter, I think it is. King of Fighter is at 15.
Yes, that's 15. You got it.
Jesus. Wow. How am I making myself just scroll down?
Yeah.
And Jusant as well. So as you can see here, I'm just going to pull the Jusant post, if anything, that as we get here. There it is. Jusant is an action puzzle climbing game and a meditative journey to the top of a tall tower. Challenge yourself at your own pace, explore different paths, and unravel the secrets from a bygone civilization. Master your climbing tools and watch your stamina meter to
Mm.
successfully navigate this mysterious and changing tower. As you go higher and hone your skills, you'll have to figure out how to best use the tools at your disposal to get where you want to go. Explore alternative paths to find clues about what happened there. So I'm actually very excited to pick this up, Adam, because I hate when people keep calling PS Plus free. It's not free. You pay for a membership. But anyway, I will be picking this up. These are 2 games that I plan to finish hopefully at the end of the month or August. So my plan is to finish Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We are still on the beach at the moment. My next 2 games I will definitely be playing is Twin Mirror and Jusant, because I
Yes.
know the short games as well. I'm very keen to kind of catch up on the backlog now of Don't Know games. You've played this. You got the vinyl for this game as
Yes.
well. You've really rated this game as well.
Oh yeah.
Any
Yeah.
last words?
Play this or else I'm upsetty spaghetti.
There you go. That's the sales pitch. So you better play
Yes.
it. Otherwise, it's a lot of spaghetti.
A lot of
there.
spaghetti. Yeah. Garfield level spaghetti that I'm upsetty about.
Jeez. Yes, so do check that out, and I'm obviously going to check it out myself because I'm very excited for that. And
Mm.
I think we are done, Adam. Actually, I mistimed the length of this episode. I think.
We have some miscellaneous news.
Oh yes, we do. Actually, yes, we do. Have I picked the right ones there? I think I've got the right
I
ones.
think maybe. Who knows?
Yes, I do. Sorry, yeah. Sorry for the little
Yes.
dead time. So I'm going to pull up. So what miscellaneous pieces of news, people? Very short ones here. So, Adam, obviously, to our favorite person in the whole world, or one of the favorite people in the whole world, Hannah Telle.
Hey,
Yay!
Hannah Telle.
So she's put, thank you so much to everyone listening to my new single, Reflections of a Memory. The full EP, Recurring Dreams, will be out on my birthday, September 18th. Big thanks to Michael Roll for producing, mixing, and playing masterfully, as well as adding amazing backing vocals alongside the talented at Pearls Charles. We recorded the EP at, oh God, just pushing my luck here, at Taurus Rising Records in Josh Tree, and it was mastered by at Stephen Kerrison and at Weird Jungle. Would also like to thank at School Song for providing me supportive and creative online classrooms environments I needed to write this EP back in 2022-23. At the time, I was living in Denver, making Life is Strange Double Exposure and having some crazy reoccurring dreams. Some things never change. As you can see there, very max coded with her guitar standing.
Yes.
As you can see there as well, it is released on DistroKid. Sorry,
Yay.
distributed by DistroKid. Available on Spotify, Apple Music, and on YouTube. It's available on Bandcamp, I believe, as well. Very max coded again there, as you can see with her Polaroid.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
So there's that. And then let me just see if we can quickly pull this one up as well. This is again related to the lovely Hannah Telle. Let me look at that. There it is. As you can see, Apple Music, Reflections of a Memory. Single by Hannah Telle, so you can check that out. It's available. It's been available since the 1st of July, and I'm definitely sure Hannah has put that on Bandcamp as well. I think it's about £1.50, £1 50 pence to buy the track, so you can support it. And Hannah gets all the proceeds from that because she's funding this all herself as well.
Yes.
And Adam will yell at me if I don't support Bandcamp here, so you have to go and buy the music. And then last piece, Adam, here as well, and then we're going to spread the arts. As you can see here, this is from the Lost Records Summerfest Twitter page that's been set up. And they put, hello, everyone. We are planning a little Summerfest event for the community, be it fan art, fan fiction, some interesting details you've noticed. Don't be shy to participate by using the designated hashtag LRSummerfest. These are the themes. Feel free to have a look. And as you can see, there's different themes in there. So there's week 1, the day we met, week 2, Riot Girls, week 3, Bloom, week 4, Rage, week 5, The Lock, week 6, See You in Hell, week 7, Remember Me, and week 8, Remember Us, and all kinds of little different variations. So you can go and take part in that. So we just thought we'd give that a plug on the podcast because we're very nice people, aren't we? Well, we pretend to be nice people, but we are nice people when we want to be.
Well,
So,
yeah.
Adam. Anyway, Adam, Shall we go into our comment of the podcast, and then we're going to spread the arts, and then we are going to spread our way out of the podcast?
Yes, I love spreading a lot of things.
Yes, you do. So, Adam, we have one comment here because we only had one episode last time, so we didn't do a side A and B. This is from the Patreon episode, and as you can see as well, it hits from @CheeseRat12. Interesting name. I wonder what happens to the 11 cheese rats before it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they died in Ratatouille. But anyway.
Maybe, perhaps, in New York.
Perhaps. But as you can see here, Adam, the comment says, Life is Strange 2 would make a great TV show. The episodes wouldn't even have to track closely with the game, but it still makes sense. Daniel's powers would be easier to portray on screen, and the themes of brotherhood and vagrancy would carry the story. And that was obviously in reference to Dimitri M. Johnson teasing. Oh, no, actually, it wasn't. We were talking about Dimitri M. Johnson amid Kevin's question about Life is Strange TV show, which you approved of that comment, and I also approved it because I thought that's actually a pretty bang
100%.
idea.
Like that is 100% like a good idea. I would 100% back that for sure.
And do you know what as well? I'll put it out there. True Colors is a pretty easy TV show to make as well.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. No, I do think that Life is Strange 2, with it being traveling America, you definitely make that into a TV show without like impeding on player choice too much. And I know there's like 1,000 different endings to Life is Strange 2, but I do think the Life is Strange 2 fits a television show better. And like you said, True Colors.
Yeah, because like as you said, I think their main decisions at the end. So obviously the same with True Colors, the endings where it's a lot different. Like Double Exposure, you couldn't you couldn't make a TV show of it anyway because I don't think people would want that. But where it sets up to start with already makes it difficult because of the game that it's falling on from. And then because of Life is Strange 1, you can tell a story of Life is Strange 1 to a certain extent, but when the paths start breaking off, that's when it makes it difficult. But Life is Strange 2 is like that. It's one direction of flow. So the game follows that story. And it's the same with Life is Strange. True Colors, it follows one direction. You can't change the unraveling of the Typhon storyline. Obviously, you can make the decision where Ryan supports you in like minor choices, but minor to making a story about True Colors, they're the two games you'd probably go off. But I think two works episodically as a TV show. It feels like it as well. That traveling journey as well, going from point A to point B and like on the road and stuff. Yeah, it would work really well. I think it'd be a good idea that as well. And then also, again, you can make your own TV show at the end.
Yeah,
like the
100%.
ending as well. Daniel Diaz returns. Daniel Diaz
Yes.
will return at the end. Black screen. Dun, dun, dun.
Uh,
That'd be my way of doing it. Can you imagine Michelle's watching at home? He's like, God damn it. He's like, this is
Yeah.
almost. He's like, almost, you guys. You made an almost TV show. And you put the end, Daniel Diaz will return. It's like,
Return.
great.
Yeah.
So no, thank you for that comment, Cheese Rat. We appreciate that. And if you do want to have your comment on the podcast, leave it in this one. We do it on both side A and side B. So if you want to leave it on side A, leave it on side B. Your option. We'll try and pick two out for the next episode. But yeah, thank you for that comment. So Adam, we're near the end here. Spread the arts, spread the wonderful arts. What are you spreading today?
So YouTuber Digging the Greats is hosting a summer camp, like listen to old albums. We like study an album every single week for 6 weeks. And this past week, you're listening to this and we're on week 2 as you're listening to this. But this past week, we were studying a legendary album, mind you. That be it. A Tribe Called Quest, People's Instinctive Travels and Paths of Rhythm. So this album right here is Tribe Called Quest's very first album, and you all know a song from this album. It's called "Can I Kick It?" and I'm pretty sure you all know it. It's on like every single commercial. And yeah, this is very first take into it. You hear Q-Tip's like early, like really talented takes on this album, including Bonita Applebaum. He made that beat when he was 15 years old. Yes, you're seeing all this track list here. Yeah, legendary album. If you haven't heard it or you haven't listened to A Tribe Called Quest at all, definitely check out this album. It's everywhere. I have it on CD, the 25th anniversary edition. So yeah, People's Instinctive Travels and Paths of Rhythm. 100%. You should go check this album out.
That is very cool. I like that.
Yeah, 1990 it came out. 1990.
We're almost on the verge of being closer to 2050 than we are 2000.
We are officially, we are officially closer to 2050 than we are to 2000. We are officially past the mark.
Oh dear Lord
Yes.
Almighty!
Yeah. Isn't that
Where did
weird?
the '90s go, man? Don't like going away from the '90s, man. I love the '90s.
They're in my bedroom with my VHS player and my Game Boy Advance in there, yeah. Which isn't 90s, but you get what I'm saying.
They were such great devices, man. Oh my
Mhm.
god, the
I'm still
modern
using
marvel
them.
of technology.
My iPod, my 3DS, my VHS player. Yeah, my VCR, I should say. But yeah, no, I even have right here in front of me the Rage Against the Machine, the very first Rage Against the Machine album. This is the 20th anniversary CD. So another legendary album if you haven't heard this one. And including POD's Satellites. So yeah,
Ooh,
all these go back in time, everybody. You don't have to be stricken with what capitalism tells you have to listen to or what you have to play. Go back, listen to some legendary albums. Yeah.
who on the Rage Against the Machine one? That photo, is it the Burning
Yes.
Man?
The Burning Man specifically is let me get the name from it. Oh no, I can't get the pamphlet out. But specifically, uh oh man, groups. So that name that's highlighted right there.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, you can't really see it.
Hmm,
I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Tiquan Dirk. Dirk.
right,
Yes, a Vietnamese Mahayan
Vietnam.
Buddhist monk. Yes, this is right in front of was protesting the persecution of Buddhists in South Vietnam Roman Catholic government. But yes, that's who it is.
Yeah, I remember seeing the photo of that. It's very
Mm,
famous.
yeah. You'd
Rage,
be
Against-
surprised
Rage
that
Against the Machine getting political. Ugh.
dude, this album, by the way, is super relevant to this day for reasons that are pretty obvious. But what's funny is that on this 20th anniversary album, there's some live performances, right? And you hear the vocalist, Zach. You hear the vocalist Zach, like just saying, like, yeah, we have to like come together and really like tell this bullshitter Bill Clinton off. And it's just like he's talking about Bill Clinton, like saying, like, yeah, awful human being. I'm like, oh man, Zach De La Rocha, you'll have a field day pretty soon, which he has been. He's still protesting to this very day. So yeah, no, go back in time, people. You don't have to stay here. Go back in time. Listen to Tribe Called Quest 1990 album. Let's go, people.
I'm currently stuck in the era of remembering playing against Tom Morello on Guitar Hero 3 and doing a guitar
Yes.
battle against him. What
Yes.
memories those are, man.
Yeah.
Jesus, we've lost we lost so much. Yeah, so thank you for that. My spread the arts. I'm having a bit of a difficult one because all I've really been doing is playing Death Stranding 2. And I spread that last time. And
Yes.
then I've also been watching Ted Lasso because I'm near the end of that. So I've not watched anything new. But I will spread the arts on me, though, because I'm very funny. And I think you should follow me on Twitter and Blue
Yes.
Sky, more so Twitter, because I'll say I'm funny because of this, because I didn't expect to have a banger tweet, and I did. And it just came out of nowhere, but I think you'll find this funny because you're on Twitter. So if you remember Buffy's, they put Define Trauma, and I posted that,
Okay.
which is Max
Yeah.
Caulfield will return. And I was like, y'all think I'm joking, but I'm so pissed off. And then there,
Mhm.
Roger in
To this
his
day.
little attic. To this
To this
day,
day.
I'm still pissed off.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought I'd just share that as a kind of more of a comical relief ending to the podcast because it has been pretty hard on a lot of these points that we've been talking about, including the layoffs and stuff. But I'm struggling to spread anything at the minute because all I'm playing is Death Stranding and it's amazing. And I'm very much excited to play more of it, which I'll be doing after this podcast. And I think this is a
Yay.
good place to end as well. So thank you for joining us. One quick shout out as well. I'm not going to do it at the end this time. We'll just give a shout out to our Patreon supporters. So obviously, Kevin Lackner, Sundy, Clare McLoughlin, YellowFlash, Jake Churchill, Carly, and GordbabyMedia are all supporting us on Patreon. So thank you so much for that as Patreon producers. And also, you can support us on Patreon. We do a crossover episode, which is a Patreon exclusive one. So you can submit topics and questions. They can be about Adam's Fies. They can be about Johnny Galvatron. They can be about whatever you'd like. So
Rage
please do.
Against the Machine.
Yep, Rage Against the Machine, whatever you want. So please do go and check it out when it's listed. But you can support the channel via Patreon, and all the money goes back into the channel to do investment things, which is what I'm hopefully starting to do this month at some point. So yeah, it's very transparent with what we do with the Patreon. But anyway, we're going to end up here. So thank you so much for joining us for Side B. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new here, please do consider dropping a like in the video, share with your friends, subscribe. If you don't, no Aphelion for you. We're not going to send you to Persephone. We're going to fire your rocket into that direction instead. You won't be like Homer floating through space. You'll be just sat there floating.
Yeah.
So yeah, please do subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So you can support us. That's amazing. And StrangeCast is available on all podcast services. Go and check us out on Spotify with the video version, Apple Podcasts, everything. We're available there. Go and rate us. You get instant access to the episodes as soon as they become available. So we're done here. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with the Lost Records Journal the week after. So stay tuned for that. It's always very fun to talk about Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and we'll be doing that in the next podcast. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye.
Later.
Ready for the mosh pit, shaka bra.